Hello and welcome to the next video of my ADE Discord Hall of Fame series, where I go over the players my Discord have chosen to be in the Hall of Fame of LOL Esports. The details about the process are on the Discord. If you'd like to participate in the voting, you can go right ahead and go there and read them. Disagreeing in the comments will mean very little. As you can tell here by the title and the board, Wolf is an inductee. Wolf was on the second class, one of three supports. If you missed it, I do have a playlist. Mata and Gorilla also were on this class. Were in this class of six. Wolf played from 2013 to 2019 and put up 329.38 Hall of Fame points. Hall of Fame points are accumulation of stats, accolades that I hand out, as well as results that the player put up. And Wolf obviously had a great career with SKT, a world champion 2 times over. His most played champions: Alistar, Tom Kench, and Thresh. Just one second. All right, we're back. I didn't put up a couple numbers on here. So his most played champions: Alistar, Tom Kench, Thresh. Alistar, third most games all time. Tom Kench, 20th. Thresh, 23rd. These accounted for 35% of his games played over his career, so over 1 out of every 3 games when Wolf played. He was playing one of these 3 champions. Highest win rate. So once again, we have another LCK support that played a lot of Janna at a high level. His highest win rate was Janna. Of champions he played at least 20 times. He had a 92% win rate, which was first. Second, Alistar, 75%, which is second. Third is Thresh, 69%, which is 9th all time. Highest KDA, first, Janna, 8.46, which is first all time. Second, Nami, 5.89, which is 5th. And third, Alistar, 4.94, which is also first. So he has the best KDA of any Alistar with over 20 games played in LOL Esports history. So the Alistar, one of the best ever. And his Janna, absolutely disgusting when it was meta. So in 2013, he began his career at 16 years old, playing in the LCK for Najin Shield. Just one second again. Okay, there's going to be another break, at least one more when we switch boards. I hate having to split the video up. So, 16 years old, 2013, played for Najin Shield. 11 games, 313 KDA. He would then leave to go to CT University. And in 2013 summer, he played 10 games, 341 KDA. 3.81 Hall of Fame points that year. Of course, there aren't many stats back then. My stats are from Leaguepedia and GameOfLegend.gg, so GOL.gg. In 2014, he would join SKT S1 or 1S at 17 years old. In winter, he played 7 games, 361 KDA. Would then play 7 more in spring, 1.54. And then in 2014 summer, they would have a little bit of success in the regular season, play a full 19-game slate, and have a 288 KDA. This year, despite the stats not looking great, had 3.62 Hall of Fame points and was able to earn himself a spot on the main roster. And this is where Wolf's career took off, was in 2015. So, at 18 years old in the preseason, his numbers went up crazy. I mean, and it is preseason, so keep that in mind, but 7 games played, had a 7.3 KDA and 69.3 KP. So his KDA, I mean, hell, if you add up all 3 of his splits individually, it might not even be 7.3. In spring, he would play in 20 games, have the second best KDA among supports at 5.7 and a 71.3 KP. This earned them a chance to go to playoffs, which they would win to be able to go to MSI. In 8 games, he had a 4.5 KDA and a 74 KP. At MSI 2015, in 15 games, Wolf would struggle a bit, 2.7 KDA, 64 KP, but would return in summer and win the split and the playoffs. In 41 games, had a 7.2 KDA, which ranked first, and a 70.1 KP. In the playoffs, he only had a 3-0 sweep to get to Worlds, 6 KDA, 64.3 KP. At Worlds, Wolf and SKT would win in 2015. 16 games, 7-3 KDA, which was first, and a 69-1 KP. You'll come to notice that Wolf was quite a KDA player, did not die a lot. And in 2015, he had over 100 Hall of Fame points, going to MSI, and then winning Worlds, as well as winning splits and everything else he did. In 2016 spring, they would return from their Worlds win with another win, winning the split. In 41 games, he had a 4.7 KDA, which ranked second, but a 63.4 KP, so definitely a lot less involved. In the playoffs, in 11 games, he'd have a 6.3 KDA, 70.4 KP, and earn the right to go to MSI. They would win MSI in 2016, and in 17 games, he had a 4.9 KDA, which was first, and 69.2 KP, which was second. I had him as the second best support at that event, so he was second team All-Pro at MSI. In 2016 summer, in 41 games, he had a 4.2 KDA, which ranked first, and a 69 KP. This earned him second team All-Pro that split as well, so 2 All-Pro designations in 2016. In playoffs in 5 games, a 2.6 KDA, 68.8 KP. At 2016 Worlds, SKT would go back-to-back. And in terms of international events, back-to-back-to-back. 5.2 KDA, which ranked second, and a 72.4 KP, which ranked third at the event. 117.02 Hall of Fame points. So these 2 years by themselves are better than most players' careers. Winning both events, not many players have done that. Wolf, one of the most decorated players ever. And really, this is very early on in his career. We see some players not break into the scene until 20 years old. He was 16 to 19 years old when he was doing this. And his career ended very early. Astonishingly early, honestly, in my opinion. So, now on to the second half of his career. Okay. So, 2017, at 20 years old, Wolf will continue to be dominant. 42 games played, wins spring, by the way, wins the regular season and the playoffs, and then MSI. A 5.5 KDA, which was first, and a 66.6 KP. Only needed 3 games in the playoffs, 7.8 KDA, 77.6 KP. Went to MSI and won, like I said. 17 games, 5.2 KDA, which was second, 64.5 KP, so below 2 out of every 3 kills involved in. In summer, in 41 games, the KDA not as strong, 3.4 KDA, 68.4 KP, which ranked third. They'd go to playoffs, and in 14 games, Wolf performed. Had a 5 KDA, but not as involved, 63.6 KP. So once again, we're seeing Wolf not be as much of a facilitator, as his counterparts. At Worlds, in 19 games, he'd have a 3.9 KDA and a 67.3 KP. In 2017, he had 87 Hall of Fame points. The MSI win had a lot to do with that, winning the split, just doing very well. Wolf was excellent throughout his career, and it was a very short one in terms of age. So, I'm sure some people know this, but going into 2018, SKT decided to shake things up. They brought in Effort. I believe Effort was who they brought in. Maybe this was when they... No, I think it was Effort, because 2019, I think, was Mata. And so things didn't work out. They fell apart. In the 18 spring, Wolf actually did pretty well. I had him as my third All-Pro. In 31 games, he had a 3.7 KDA, 73.7 KP, 2.47 vision score per minute. And unfortunately, he was pretty much benched after the spring split. In 5 games, they dropped out, but it wasn't because of Wolf, who had an 8.3 KDA, 76.3 KP, 2.87 vision score per minute. Unfortunately, that was pretty much it for him, because in 18 summer, he only played 6 games. 1.2 KDA, 88.8 KP, 2.17 vision score per minute, so barely played at all. Lost his job. Went from winning 4 straight events, going to Worlds doing well, to 2018 losing his job. Definitely crazy. Only 3 1/3 Hall of Fame points that year. And actually, not only did he lose his job, but he lost a major region spot. This boggles my mind. This is one of the more interesting things. Not many people probably realize that this world champion got booted in the prime of his career at 22 years old to Turkey. He played for Supermassive for his final year of his career at 22 years old. Hell, he could come back right now and probably be just fine. In 2019 spring, I had him as the best support in Turkey. Had in 17 games an 8.5 KDA, which was first, an 80.2 KP, which was first, 2.3 vision score per minute. However, in the playoffs, they would not go to MSI. In 8 games, had a 3 KDA, a 70.8 KP, 2.2 vision score per minute. In summer, he'd be fine as well. I mean, he didn't get top 3, but he did fine. 17 games, 4 KDA, 72.5 KP, 2.09 vision score per minute. I will say, as vision changed, Wolf probably didn't adapt as well. But at this point in his career, he had plenty of time to still adapt. His final stint occurred in 2019 TCL Summer Playoffs. In 8 games, had a 3 KDA, 62.6 KP, and 2.25 vision score per minute. That year, he had 8.87 Hall of Fame points. Definitely an odd way to end his career. I know he's involved with Riot at this point, I believe, but it's a puzzling situation to see him go from winning all these events to all of a sudden having his job threatened to going to a minor region. Like quite a fall. Maybe one of the biggest falls we'll see in terms of players. It's really something. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.